The low C8 rebuild is still on hold. I've done absolutely everything I can do to it with the parts I have, so I think we're gonna start on the Savage. So here's my Savage 25. We're not gonna go nuts with this. I'm not even gonna call this a rebuild. I'm gonna call this like freshening up a Savage 25 because all I'm doing on this Savage really is cleaning it up and maintaining it. I was gonna go nuts with the Savage as well, but about 95% of my budget went into the Losi. I was gonna go nuts with the Savage. I was gonna do like LST shocks, all the suspension blocks, Proline Badlands. I was possibly gonna try out a different clutch, aluminum shock towers, universal joints if I could find them. Like I said, my budget got eaten up, and I really didn't feel like spending all that money on the Savage because it is old. It's a little beat. It's actually a lot better than when I originally found this thing. I bought the Savage years ago in town, actually at a local family-owned clothing store in 2016. Now it's mine, and I've taken this thing over, and things not even the same as it used to be. I've went over this thing top to bottom. So I guess I'll show you the parts I've got for this. Oh, and another reason why I'm not going too nuts on this Savage right now is because I'm not gonna be driving this thing as much as I used to, because I'm planning on saving up some money and going out and buying a truggy. And this will just be, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a display piece, but I'm not gonna drive it as much. It's gonna sit a lot more. So why dump all that money into it when it's just gonna sit pretty much? Here's all the parts that we may be using. Lots of the things here I got for like half off, so I really couldn't pass up. All the stuff that's not in Dollar Hobbies packaging I got from my hobby shops. They carry lots of new old stock. HPI linkage set. I probably won't be using these because my linkage is still in pretty good shape. These are pretty sweet. Some hot bodies. Center drive shafts. They're universal joints. When hot bodies used to work with HPI, but they branched out and they are independent now. We got front and rear. Yeah. I don't think you can find these anymore. If you can, they're really hard to find. I had to jump on these though. These were super cool. I got some upper shock screws if they are bent. I don't know. I got lots of these screws now. So we got a cup joint. These this is the one that the brakes go on to. Mine is starting to round out, so this was 50% off. So comes with grease and Loctite, pretty sweet. New brake setup. I paid up for these bad boys. Look at that, $30 just for brakes for the poor Savage. And then I got this stuff from Dollar Hobbies. I cheated and I already put my shocks on. I got some Savage X big bore shocks. They're like $30 and you get all four, and you get like spacers and all kinds of stuff. New clutch belt bearings. Probably won't be using the bearings. I don't know, we'll see. We got a pinion gear because one has a chunk out of it, and when you roll the Savage by hand, it makes a clicking sound. So we're doing more maintenance. This is why I'm not going to call this a rebuild. I'm just going to call this upkeeping. Got a new tank because my tank that's on there's NFG. It won't prime. It fails the pressure test, and it fails the soapy water test. So, new tank. So here's my Savage 25 as it is. I guess we'll just take you under the hood real quick. Like, nothing special. it could use a body. This body's pretty sweet, but it's all cracked back here. I'm probably just gonna shoe glue it and use drywall tape. So we got the HPI tuned pipe on there. It's couplered, set up, factory HPI manifold. I was thinking of putting a pipe on here. I don't know yet. I was thinking of a 053 or something like that. I don't know. If you guys have any recommendations for a stock 28.8, this engine stock. I was really thinking of getting a ERCM end bleed, because I just think that's a really sweet pipe. But Robin, if you're watching this, whenever you're feeling up to it, I'd like one of those pipes. But anyways, yeah, he does like wonderful work. His pipes are like, they're art. I would really like the raw finish end bleed. I think that would be just beautiful on this. Probably not gonna do too much to this Novarosi. I already put ceramic bearings in here. I did a ceramic rear and a steel front. The Motor Saver air filters, I highly recommend them. I said I already cheated. I put the big bores on here. I must say it's a lot better with the big bores. I still got the stock shocks. I just didn't like these shocks much. I don't know. I tried tuning them. I tried putting on different shock springs to try to give us more tuning advantages, but I don't know. No matter what I did, I just didn't like how it handled with the 8 shocks. Like, it would either be way too stiff or way too soft. I just couldn't get it in between, so I had the big boards. They seem to be a lot better. I think it's gonna handle way better.